Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into something that's been on my mind lately. What do rich people know that the average person doesn't? Is there really a secret formula to wealth that's being kept from you? Well, I've spent the last few years studying wealthy individuals, reading their books and even interviewing a few of them personally, and I've discovered that while there's no magic trick, there are definitely specific principles and mindsets that set them apart. Before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss any future videos where I break down these wealth-building strategies in even more detail. Now, let's get into the meat of what makes rich people different and how you can start applying these principles in your own life today. 1. The power of financial literacy. The first thing I've noticed about wealthy individuals is their deep understanding of how money works. Financial literacy isn't just a nice skill to have, it's the foundation of their success. While most people avoid learning about finances because it seems complicated or boring, rich people actually get excited about it. They understand concepts that might seem foreign to many of us, things like compound interest, tax optimization, and inflation hedging. Let me give you a concrete example. A friend of mine who built a 7-figure business once told me, "I don't just look at how much money I make, I look at how much I keep, how hard that money works for me, and how I'm protected from economic changes." He spends at least 2 hours every week reviewing his finances and educating himself on money management. Meanwhile, the average person spends more time choosing what to watch on Netflix than planning their financial future. If you want to build wealth, start by educating yourself. Read books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad or The Psychology of Money. Take online courses on personal finance. Follow experts who break down complex topics into simple lessons. Financial literacy isn't optional if you want to join the wealthy, it's absolutely essential. 2. Investing over saving. Now, don't get me wrong, having savings is important. Everyone needs an emergency fund. But here's where rich people think differently. They don't just save money, they put it to work, while the middle class focuses on saving for security. The wealthy focus on investing for growth. Think about it this way. If you put $10,000 in a savings account with a 1% interest rate, after 30 years you'll have about $13,500. That's not even keeping up with inflation. But if you invest that same $10,000 in assets that return an average of 8% annually, you'd have over $100,000 after the same period. That's the power of investing over saving. Rich people understand that money is a tool that should be working for you 24/7. They invest in stocks, real estate, businesses, and other assets that appreciate over time and generate passive income. They're not just working for money, they're making money work for them. I remember talking to a real estate investor who started with just one small property 15 years ago. Today, he owns 12 rental units that generate enough passive income to cover his family's lifestyle. He told me, "The day I stopped thinking like a saver and started thinking like an investor was the day my life changed forever." 3. Good debt versus bad debt. One of the most counterintuitive things I've learned from studying wealthy individuals is their relationship with debt. Most of us are taught that all debt is bad and should be avoided at all costs. But rich people make an important distinction between good debt and bad debt. Bad debt drains your wealth. Credit cards with high interest rates used for consumable items like clothes, vacations, or dining out. Good debt, on the other hand, is leverage to acquire assets that increase in value or generate income. When a wealthy person takes out a loan to buy a rental property that produces monthly cash flow above the mortgage payment, that's good debt working in their favor. Robert Kiyosaki explains this concept perfectly in his books. He says poor people use debt to buy liabilities, while rich people use debt to buy assets. A liability takes money out of your pocket each month, while an asset puts money into your pocket. The strategic use of good debt is actually one of the fastest ways to build wealth when done correctly. I know someone who took out a $50,000 business loan 5 years ago to start an e-commerce store. Today that business generates $30,000 in monthly profit. Was taking on that debt risky? Absolutely, but it was calculated risk that's paid off many times over. 4. Multiple streams of income. Have you ever noticed that wealthy people rarely rely on just one source of income? This is one of the biggest differences between the rich and everyone else. While most people depend on a single paycheck, the wealthy build multiple streams of income. According to most millionaire studies, the average millionaire has at least 7 streams of income. These might include their primary business or job, rental properties, dividend stocks, interest from bonds, royalties from intellectual property, profits from side businesses. or affiliate marketing income. Multiple income streams accomplish two important things. First, they increase your earning potential beyond what's possible with just one job. Second, they provide financial security. If one stream dries up, you have others to fall back on. I personally started building multiple income streams 5 years ago. In addition to this YouTube channel, I have rental property income, affiliate commissions from products I recommend, digital course sales, and consulting work. Each stream started small, but together they've created a strong financial foundation that no single job could provide. 5. Networking and building relationships. There's a saying that your network is your net worth, and wealthy people live by this principle. They understand that who you know matters just as much as what you know. Rich people intentionally build relationships with others who can help them grow, whether it's in business, investments, or personal development. Think about it, most high-value opportunities never make it to job boards or public listings. They're shared within networks. Through personal introductions and recommendations, the wealthy know this, which is why they invest time in building genuine relationships with successful people. This doesn't mean they're just using people for personal gain. The most effective networkers provide value first. They ask how they can help others, make meaningful introductions, and share knowledge freely. By becoming a valuable connection to others, they naturally attract opportunities. I remember attending a business conference 3 years ago where I made it a point to connect with at least 5 new people each day. One of those connections later introduced me to my first major business partner, which led to a 6-figure deal. That relationship was worth more than any business course I could have taken. If you want to increase your chances of success, start building meaningful relationships with people who inspire you. Join communities, attend events, reach out to people you admire, and always look for ways to provide value before asking for anything in return. 6. Continuous learning and adaptability. Rich people are obsessed with learning. They don't see education as something that ends after school. They see it as a lifelong pursuit. They read books, listen to podcasts, attend seminars, hire coaches, and surround themselves with people who push them to grow. The world is changing at an unprecedented rate. Industries that were thriving 5 years ago are becoming obsolete, while new opportunities emerge every day. The wealthy understand that adapting to these changes isn't optional. It's essential for survival and continued growth. One entrepreneur I interviewed reads at least 1 book per week and invests over $50,000 annually in his personal development. When I asked why he spends so much on learning, he told me, the return on investment for knowledge is infinite. Everything I've achieved can be traced back to something I learned and applied. This commitment to learning isn't just about acquiring technical skills. It's also about developing emotional intelligence, leadership abilities, and a growth mindset. Rich people understand that their most valuable asset isn't their money, it's their mind and their ability to solve problems. 7. Managing risks wisely. Contrary to popular belief, wealthy people aren't wild risk takers. They're calculated risk managers. They understand that risk is necessary for growth, but they don't take blind leaps of faith. They research thoroughly, consider multiple scenarios, and often have contingency plans. The difference between rich people and everyone else isn't that they never fail, it's that they approach risk differently. They see failure as feedback, not as a final outcome. They are willing to fail faster to learn faster, which ultimately leads to success. I know a successful angel investor who carefully evaluates at least 50 potential investments before committing to one. He told me, "I'm not trying to avoid all risk. I'm trying to take intelligent risks where the potential upside significantly outweighs the downside, and where I can afford the worst-case scenario." This approach to risk extends beyond business decisions. Wealthy people apply this thinking to their health, relationships, and personal growth as well. They are constantly evaluating potential risks and rewards in all areas of life, which helps them make better decisions overall. 8. Giving back and building a legacy. Something that surprised me about many wealthy individuals is their commitment to giving back. While there's certainly a stereotype of the greedy rich person, many successful people are incredibly generous with their wealth, time, and knowledge. This isn't just about feeling good or tax benefits. Many wealthy people see giving as an essential part of their purpose. They want to build something that outlasts them, a legacy that impacts future generations. This might take the form of philanthropy, mentorship, creating jobs, or solving important problems. Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, and many other billionaires have pledged to give away the majority of their wealth. But you don't need billions to make an impact. and know entrepreneurs who donate a percentage of profits to causes they believe in, volunteer their expertise to nonprofits, or create scholarship programs for underprivileged students. This focus on legacy often brings greater fulfillment than the wealth itself. As Andrew Carnegie once said, "No man can become rich without enriching others." The truly wealthy understand that success isn't just about accumulating money, it's about making a difference. Conclusion: so, is there really a secret formula to wealth? Well, not exactly. But there are clear principles and mindsets that set wealthy people apart: financial literacy, strategic investing, understanding good debt, building multiple income streams, networking, continuous learning, calculated risk-taking, and creating a meaningful legacy. The good news is that none of these principles are exclusive to the rich. Anyone can learn and apply them, regardless of their current financial situation. It won't happen overnight. Building wealth is a marathon, not a sprint, but with consistency and the right approach, you can transform your financial future. If you found value in this video, please hit that like button and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. And don't forget to subscribe for more content on building wealth and achieving financial freedom. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.